you've got the Dogs on your left, the Hawks on your right, and we are getting ready for ball drop. It is opening day here, the NBHL Tier 1 South Jersey Season 3, and we are underway. Dogs charging in after this one, after the quick face-off win. Bobbled off the stick and now back into the corner. Taking their time. First 20 ticks of the clock to begin the season are gone, and the Hawks come in. Nice pass to gain the zone. Takes a shot. That one's Pravito. Jimmy Pravito, look for him to make some noise. He's always a difference maker. Working that one back into the circle and on net, but brushed aside. Dogs get this one in deep, and Murata has to come out and play it, and he does. Mark Lesher, the captain, plays that one around. Along the wall as players change. Get that first shift under your belt here. Now behind the net, and they just slow things down and wait for that change to finish. And now he's going to go off. That's Nick Campo. And he trades positions. Sent up along the right side and knocked in deep. It turned over at the blue line. Dogs come back for it and get a shot just off the net. Fumbled a little bit by Hofstrom. Oh, and offside maybe? Hand pass.
Very tedious start to this game. The Hawks taking their time. They're pretty much testing the waters of the Dogs, especially with a revamped top line. The Hawks try to see what they're made of before they start utilizing their top line.
Jake Powell and Dan Gatens set to do the face-off, and Powell wins it. Right in front of the scorekeeper's bench. Bouncing around, but the Hawks gain the zone and charge in. It's Hofstrom again. Hofstrom on the forecheck. Can't win it, and that one just punted up along the wall, but kept in. Throws that one around. Hofstrom again. Aided by Gatens. In front there, opportunity for John Casper, but they didn't get the pass across. Now along the left-hand side, rolls up the half wall and stops Hofstrom. Takes a look and cycles. Tries to work his way into the slot. Kick back to the point instead. That one, Brian Grant. And glove down.
The Hawks trying to find some lanes here, but the Dogs have been stacking their defensemen on one side. I saw 4 blue jerseys on the left wing. So they're already going with an aggressive defensive style of play. But so far, we have not seen all that much of offense from the Dogs. Only one shot that went wide.
Brandon Harley wins the draw back. That one bouncing a little bit. Shoulders bump there. Rob Bastille. But yeah, the Hawks have really been carrying play the first 2.5 here. The Dogs just haven't found a rhythm. But again, it's opening day. You got to get your legs underneath you. And it's the first period, so plenty of time. Now charged in and send that one across crease. Worked that one up the circle in front, but just rolled off his stick. And that offensive attempt thwarted. Back in the Dogs' end. Tries to bank past that one off the wall. Hawks are there. Nice move by Drew Weatherby. And the Dogs will get it back. Gain the zone. This one lost in feet, trying to drive the net, and good stick work there by the defense. Dogs still have the zone. And that one just trickles out, so they've got to tag up, and ooh, Dogs players are arguing he thought that he tagged up. The referee says no. Luke Villano, not pleased. Let's take a look at it.
Let's see. Watch the red line. That's your reference point. Oh yeah, that was out. Yes, yeah. Play that back one more time. Yeah, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, Yeah, I mean, it's again, we always talk about how the game's so much easier from where you and I are sitting. Now, working it out of the corner of the Hawks. That one just forced back in by Eric Zimmerman, number 77. Again, his brother Steve Zimmerman, number 21 for the Dawgz, as they match up today. Dawgz get it back in their own end along the half wall, and that one fought off and still controlled by the Hawks. Fakes the shot and stolen on the rush. 3-on-3 rush. Just rolled off his stick, and he's going to have to go back down into the corner. The Hawks have it. Works this one up the wall. And that's Mark Lesher, 81, the captain, charging in on the forecheck. That one just rolling off his hands. Tries to keep that one with the backhand. They hold it in. Previto rolling off of his stick, but held again. This time kept by Campo. Campo gets it in deep. 4.5 gone here in the first period, scoreless on opening day in the NBHL. South Jersey Tier 1 action. The Dawgz, again, fell in the finals last year to the reigning 2-time champion Penn Hills Imperium. So they've been to the top of the mountain, and they start that climb back again here this April. And they will battle all the way until September, and that one gets on net. Fought off by Anthony Gambon. Hawks still have it. They're buzzing. Another shot there by Hofstrom. Hofstrom's been all over the ball today in these early goings, logging big minutes for his team. Dan Gatens forechecking on this one. Dawgz try to work it out. That one goes high. And they do manage to exit the zone. There's Steve Sion. He's the MVP of the division last year. Number 11, a big-time difference maker for the Dawgz as that one rolls into Murata.
Let's take a look at that play from the other end as you can see trying to stay up on that butterfly. It looks like that is Tim Papagno in the net. I can see the 30. So they did send him in, and he's had to be tested early.
Oh, my mistake. I thought it was Gambon, but you're right. It is Papagno. But again, it's one of the advantages that this team has. You can roll such a strong goaltending tandem that no one man has to do it all themselves. And if you have a goals against average that's under 2.0, you know you're doing something right. Gambon and Papagno both did last year. Of course, Murata, you said he was, what, 1.3? So that's some stiff competition as well. Down into the corner, the Hawks have it behind the net. It's behind Murata. Rolls that one up the wall to Bastille. He takes a look and sends it across. Quick touch pass up for Weatherby. Weatherby's got it. Thinks about it, backs it off. Sends it to Harley. They lose it there, and now here come the Dawgz with speed. Oh, and that one just rolled off his stick. Didn't quite have the poise that he was looking for, but good idea. Now back up the wall for Bastille. He lost it in front. And again, strong defense. This is a defense first division, like we said. There's another shot, and that one held by Murata. Starting to see things loosened up a little bit.
With the defense style that we're seeing, it's been contain the ball carrier. You see them send 2 defensemen on top of the ball carrier to pressure into making a move. And so far, it's working out for both sides.
Teams line up off the face-off. That one in feet. And coming back are the Hawks. Down into the corner. Jousting with it. That's Jordan Romano for the Hawks, and he backs off. Dawgz have this one. Nice work. Knifed away there. Getting it in feet. Trying to work that one to the point, but couldn't control it. Down into the corner. 2:40 here. First period. Still scoreless. Hawks buzzing, though. Trying to make something happen. Trying to spring their man, the Dawgz. They have it down along the left-hand side and takes a shot. That one blocked. This one rolling but contained at the blue. And another slapper from way outside. That one goes high and wide. Not sure if Murata got a piece of that one. Romano getting pressured. And this one coming back around. Along the half wall in front of the benches, and the Hawks try to bring it out. Glove down, but forced back in. Hawks players go off for a change. And some of the Dogs will do the same. They get inside with speed there. That was John Oswald, number 2, trying to make something happen in front. Now he's behind the net, picks it up. Oswald rolls that one down on the cycle. 100 seconds left to go here in the first period. Still scoreless. Dogs and Hawks. Game 1, Season 3, here in the NBHL Tier 1 South Jersey. They regain the zone, but then kick that one all the way back, and they have to tag up again. Nick Campo walks it back. Campo banks that one, but none of his players were there. No icing! That one picked up by Gatens. Dogs a little too leisurely. Across! Takes the shot! Oh! Papagno. I think he got a piece of that one. Now about 1 minute left to go. Hawks really want to make something happen here. There's Brandon Harley again. Up for the Dogs with speed. And can't gain the zone. Harley kicks it in on the backhand. No one there. They're just going to make a change behind the play. Dogs gained the zone, but then immediately lost it. Now battling in the neutral. Harley kicks it back in again. And that one fought off. Pat Weatherby had it and lost it. Oh, and tries the toe drag, and the ball just didn't stay with him. Now in the other way, 30 seconds left to go, first period. Hawks looking to find something. Bastille behind the net. He lost it. And rolled ahead for Sion. Sion's got it with 20 seconds left. He takes a look, and he's charging in. Sion drives the net on the backhand. Oh, and he just lost it. Good idea. 10 seconds left to go now. Hawks lose it at the red line. Oh, a little bit of a slash there. No call, and that'll do it. Period ends scoreless. Steve Sion driving the net there. No one's really stood out to me for Marlton so far. The Hawks really look like they're feeling it right now, but we're 10 minutes gone and scoreless, so all of that momentum and strong play, if it doesn't end up behind the net, then it doesn't matter. So Dogs kind of got away with one, and the Hawks have to try to earn a little bit more than just some zone time. Marlton tries to play that one ahead, but it comes back in for the Hawks. Goes across to the right circle. There's Joe Trapani. We talked about him at the top of the show. Former captain of the Tortugas. Never actually attended the Tortugas playoff game as captain. Interesting little tidbit there, but see if he can bring something to this team as Murata stops that one for a whistle.
I believe that was only the second shot on net against him. But the Marlton Dawgz, it may look uncharacteristic that they're not controlling the game, but remember, this is a revamped lineup. They're still trying to get everything together, and plus, this is still the very first game. So it may not happen today, but they need some time to mesh together.
Yeah, there's no question. No Hickey, no Ruiz, no Huffnagel. You can feel it. This does seem like a different team, but again, it's the beginning of the season. It's one period down and 50 seconds, so plenty of room to grow. That Stickney on the forecheck for the Dogs. Tries to apply some pressure. Now he backs off. Played that one on the backhand off the wall. And the Hawks did not have possession, so that one is going to go all the way back down for an icing.
And on that point, this is really the time for Steve Sion to shine as the captain, taking over duties from Dennis Hickey, who we mentioned earlier, is not playing this season. It is a big hit to their offense, but they still got plenty of talent, and I think it's time that Sion has a good talk to his team to really make this team shine.
Yeah, no question. I mean, this was a team that did a lot of their work in the regular season, defense first. When I think of offensive teams in this division, I'm thinking the Caribou are probably the ones to look at there. They've got a lot of big scoring guys from last season, but yeah, you lose some of your biggest weapons like that. I mean, there's no question that losing a Team USA player in Johnny Ruiz, even if it's just temporary, that's pretty significant. And Huffnagle as well. They're pros for a reason, and so... Oh, and that one's a shot to goal! And the Bellmawr Hawks get on the board first. First goal of the season.
It was only a matter of time based on how the Hawks were playing. They were having a hard time trying to get to the front of the net. Instead, drops it back to Dan Keatons, who's been receiving the ball a lot. He's gotten himself open. He didn't need to get up close this time. Just throw one right at the net.
Strong center with a blast from the blue line, and that one... Look, oh, did that beat him 5-hole, or is that on the blocker side? I'm not quite sure.
Side. That was blocker side. I definitely saw that.
Oh yeah, you're right. What a laser, pinpointed right inside the post. And it is 1-0 Hawks here early in the second period. So Bellmawr in the lead right now. 2 minutes gone in the second period. And they've got it again behind their net. Have it behind again. Slowed down. That's Brandon.
I started giving them the ball to shoot on me. Like, oh, Ian looks bored.
And he's just going to slow it down.
They've done that quite often.
There's Cyan on the forecheck.
One of their own players.
But he's in no hurry.
Like, all right.
We're just going to let this clock go. Nick Campo posted up in the slot, ready to potentially receive a breakout pass. Michael Andes now pressing in. Campo has it and lifts that one on the backhand, but he gives it away. Cyan now has it at the circle and takes a shot. Waved at by Murata. Not sure if he got a piece of it, but good look. Now coming back the other way is Bastille. Tries to work that one up the boards, and they can't kick back in. Doesn't quite make its way to the circle along the half wall there, and worked out by Campo. Sends that one up and right to another blue jersey. Just trips over the line there. And now Bellmawr comes back in. They scored the last time on the rush. Trying to do it again. Now in the slot, in front, takes the shot! Oh, and what a save by Papagno!
That is the kind of goaltending that we love to see from Tim Papagno. Stay alert. Eric Zimmerman takes control of the turnover, goes for the point blank, and Papagno reads it perfectly, covering the 5-hole.
Confident out at the top of his crease. That was a very dangerous play there. Good job on the save by Papagno. That's what you expect him for. Honestly, that goal is the kind of goal that you'd expect him to not give up. I'm sure he wants that one back. But in the meantime, he gives up another one from downtown, and the Hawks double it up. It's 2-0.
That's the second time that he's given up one from the point. Now, there was traffic in the front. Was he screened on this play?
Oh, he must have
Came
been. Look at
all the way from
bodies.
center, and it's Brian Grant. And yeah, there was some traffic in front.
It's just handcuffing him. There's traffic, and you're not expecting it. He goes down, and that one just beats him low. There might have been a deflection there. We'll see if we get a stoppage, if we have an opportunity to watch that again. That might not be Grant's goal. There might have been a touch in front, and that would explain it. Because he goes down in time.
Yeah, Zimmerman was positioned in the low slot. Now slow down. And is there a change? Yep, there is.
Oh, yeah. I think
down.
it hit his body. I think it hit his leg.
Through the legs.
His left shin, I think, maybe. It definitely dips. We'll see. We'll take some time. Our director's going to take a look and see if we can find something. But It definitely changes direction. Now on the rush again in the other direction. Here come the Hawks one more time. Hofstrom down into the corner. He takes a look as he works it up. Good job building the wall there. Sends it across to the blue line. Backed off. Now for Gatens. He walks it back. Shuffles this one down into the corner. Just lost it. And out come the Dogs. There's Villano. Luke Villano can't keep it. Hawks come back. Here's Hofstrom again on net. And they're just going to keep bombing them from outside because clearly that's working. We are halfway gone here in this game. 5:15 left to go in the second period, and the Bellmawr Hawks are leading 2-0 here on opening day. Here come the Dogs. 2-on-2 rush, gains the line. That's Jake Kelly. He gets this one down into the corner. Matt Stickney follows it up, but they can't control it. And it's worked back out by Bellmawr. No, it's not. Punched back in. Here come the Dogs on the backhand. Sends it one across. Stickney swings at it and misses. And here coming back again. The Hawks get it in deep. Papagno plays it, but they don't control it. Now they do. And rolls this one gently into center as they made a change. Back down along that right-hand circle. Oswald chasing in. Lots of pressure here on the forecheck. That shows some confidence to me. They're not worried about the rush from the Dogs. They are committing 3 players deep into the zone. This one does come back up and out. But the Hawks are the first ones on it. Wrestling in the corner, sticks coming together. The Dogs just can't generate any offense right now. That one goes out of reach and will go all the way back for an icing. But Daniel, what a shift here in this second period.
The Hawks defense has been playing very aggressive. They have not let the Dogs get to the net all that often, and that seems to be the formula that works against the Dogs. It's what the Imperium did in the Milet Cup final, which really shut them down. So if the Hawks can continue this forecheck, it will lead to a win for them, but they still got a whole period to go.
You ever yell at your kid?
3:50 left to go here. Second period, 2-0 Bellmawr. As they look to build on it, and the Dogs just trying to find some offense. Now they're going to start firing from outside, and hey, if it's working for the Hawks, why not for them, right? Down into the corner. Now they are rolling this one back up top. In front. Fun. Back to the point. Lost in feet. Good pressure there by Bastille. Dogs still have it. At the blue line. Takes a shot from outside. They really are going to try to start doing what the Hawks have done to them. Kicks this one back to the point. Shuffles that one down into the corner again. There's a shot from outside. That one, I think, blocked. And sounds like it went out of play here at 2:59.
That's actually been the Dogs' best look at the game so far. Try to put pressure from behind the net. You never know, just look for any kind of angle, but their main point has been to get control of the possession game because they've hardly had any.
Yeah, this has been tough sledding for Marlton so far. You know, I mean, Bernie gave them the edge in our pregame, and I don't necessarily blame him, but like we've been saying, this is a very different Marlton team than we're used to seeing. And the Hawks are just kind of feeling it right now, catching Papagno on some screened long bombs. And here's another chance sliding in. Crashing to the ground there is Alec Myers. But a good look from him. Marlton gets this one in deep, and that one rolling. Trying to maybe catch Murata there, but no. Now down into the corners, trying to outman it. It's a 3-on-2. This one rolls into the slot, but no one's home. And they kick it into the left-hand side. They gain the zone and send this one back to Trapani. And across for the one-timer! Papagno hangs on.
The Hawks welcoming the former Tortugas captain by giving him some time on offense, and it almost paid off here. You can tell that the Hawks have made some good moves on their roster and already making them an early favorite.
They lost to the Imperium in the semis last year, but yeah, I mean, I am liking what I am seeing from these guys right now. Again, we're still early, 2:15 left to go here in the second period on day one, opening day, the 2023 season of the NBHL. And don't forget, you can find us all season long on Twitch and now on YouTube as well. So follow us here at MVP TV for all the action all season long leading to the Milet Cup in September. Rada gloved that one down and plays it across. And now they just play catch. There's Brian Grant, who at least had a point on that last goal. Gets that one in deep, chasing after his Gatons, but he doesn't get there in time. It'll come all the way back for an icing.
You can tell what the plans of the Hawks are. They just take their time in their defensive zone, let them set up the play, because they're not feeling any pressure from the Dogs. I think that's the major change that Marlton has got to have, is that they got to apply more pressure.
I remember them being a much more aggressive team, honestly. It is kind of surprising to see them so overwhelmed right now, and I don't know how much it has to do with just roster turnover or what, but I'm used to these guys being physical, being aggressive. I mean, Bernie alluded to the meltdown at the Milet Cup last year on their bench. But I'm used to these guys playing with some grit, and I'm just not seeing it right now. We'll see if they can get some of that physicality back into their game in the third period.
And let's hope it doesn't turn into frustration on their part.
No kidding.
And as you just mentioned, what happened last season, but it just comes down to just force their hands, just make them move that ball.
Yeah, I think that's really what it is you're seeing the lack of confidence in terms of there's just not as much pressure. They have been picking things up these last couple minutes, so I'm curious to see. I mean, a late period goal here would completely change the temperature for the third. So let's see what they can do. And in the meantime, the Hawks just continue to roll. There's John Casper, walks that one up to the blue line. Oh, and a stick to the face!
So it looks like we're going to get a high sticking penalty. Let's see where this comes. So the
Weatherby at the blue line.
Yeah, Drew Weatherby tries to go around and rode his arm up to the face.
I didn't see it either.
So that's going to be the first power play of the season, and it's going to go to the Hawks. I talked about a late period goal being a difference maker, and boy, if Bellmawr could get a third here, that would be a backbreaker. 1 minute power play, 58.6 seconds to go here. Kicked back to the point, that's Alec Myers. Sends that one across. Back for Myers. Down to the side of the circle, and with Trapani. Trapani posted up on that right circle. Working the umbrella. Back to that left circle. Fakes the shot. Back for Myers. Quick give and go. Back down to Trapani. He fumbles it a little bit, but still has it. Takes a look. Did it across for the one-timer, and that one just off the mark, but a good idea and a nice pass by Trapani. 18 seconds to go. Back for Trapani. He walks it down, sends it back for Myers. Kicks it across for another one-timer from that left-hand side and held on by Papagno.
They keep moving that ball, and it's something that I have mentioned in the Milet Cup, how the most talented players just keep that ball moving. And they had a one-timer set up on that far side, but Papagno once again reads the play and covers it up.
Great look there from our second Pam, and just how square to that shot he was. And defense doing a good job of keeping that crease cleared. So strong PK here by the Dogs. 4.2 seconds to go, and maybe a strong PK is what they need to build the momentum. We're still on the power play, but not for much longer as this one turns and fires! Tries to get this one in front, and just as the horn goes.
Things up here. But at this rate, the Hawks are just flowing with confidence with how much possession time they've had over the past 2 periods.
No question. Cyan beats Harley on the opening face-off and sends that one in deep. They pick it up in the corners, but it goes right back to a Hawks stick. And they work it back up and out, and very content now to just play that prevent defense. Cyan has it along the near side and walks it forward. Battling down into the corners. Chased after by Harley. And Harley wins it. He's been all over the ball this game too. Sends this one high and gloved down by Weatherby. Pat Weatherby gets that one down into the corner for Mark Lesher. Works it down into the corner. Bastille still has it behind the net. Turns that one forward and just bounces awkwardly into the slot. And the Dogs come back. There's a shot from outside. Bouncer! And held by Murata.
Well, easily the best chance for the Dogs this game. Matt Murata making the effort to control that rebound right in front of him and not allow that second chance.
Good look there as he lays out top of his crease. Again, you talk about confidence. You see a goalie that far out. He trusts his D-men and he knows what he's doing. Lining up for the offensive zone draw for the Dogs. And they do ultimately control it and kick it back in deep. Picked up in the slot temporarily. That ball just, they're just not holding it long enough. There's always a black jersey right in front of them. They just don't have any time and space in the offensive zone. We all know that's where goals come from. Time and space. Back down into the corner. Dogs pressuring here along the backhand. Turns and fires. That one bounces through feet and doesn't go. Kick back to the point with another shot. That one bouncing harmlessly off the end boards. 8 minutes to go here. And another shot from outside. Not sure if that one made it to Murata. He went down in the butterfly. And Hawks can't get it out. Sustained pressure here for the first time this game from the Dogs. And this is dangerous. This is where goals come from. You wear down your defense. Get back to the point. And another shot. And that one goes wide again. But the Dogs still have it as they change on the fly behind the play. Tried to work that one in front. Hawks had it. I heard someone from the bench shout, "Don't ice it." And, wow, they sent it down, but it must have made a touch because it doesn't go icing. But here come the Dogs, still pressuring. 7:15 to go, and that one harmlessly trickles into Murata. But Daniel, are we starting to see the needle move a little bit here?
Well, it's a start in the right direction, but remember that they got to get 2, and they need to apply even more pressure. They need to keep that momentum going in order to climb back in this game.
This is the Marlton Dawgz team that I remember, though. This pressure, this forecheck, this aggression, this is what I'm used to seeing from these guys. So we'll see if they can manufacture a goal here. 7 minutes left to go in the third period on opening day. Third season, 2023 of the NBHL. Tier 1 in South Jersey. And a whistle.
Yeah, Papagno making a stop on the other end. This is the opportunity for the Dogs to push back here.
Bear with us here as we work through some technical difficulties. 6:50 left to go, third period. The Bellmawr Hawks leading 2-0 over the Marlton Dawgz, who made it all the way to the final in Tier 1 last year against the Penn Hills Imperium. The Imperium went back-to-back. They try another run. The Hawks looking to make a name for themselves in this highly competitive Tier 1 division. One of 4 Tier 1 divisions, 23 teams battling for that Tier 1 spot here. This third season of the NBHL sees 166 teams across 4 divisions competing for 4 different titles. The Imperium, the only ones to go back-to-back. We had new Tier 2 champion and then 2 new tiers last season. The Dawgz turn and fire. That one's stopped by Murata. Good save. Maybe one of his best of the game so far. 5:45 to go. Slowed down by Myers behind the net. Sends that one forward to Grant. Grant pressing in. That was against Aaron Huffnagel. Dawgz still pressing here, but they need 2, and they've got half a period to do it. He slides down in front of the net. Not sure if that was because of Luke Filano or not. Nonetheless, the referees say no harm, no foul, and we play on. Down in front of the Dawgz net on the backhand. Nice idea there by Hartley. Really liked his game so far. And that one looks like it's going to go down for an icing and come all the way back at 5:05 of the third.
Brandon Harley on the left side trying to go for the backhand opportunity. Papagno not fooled by that, but does give up the rebound. And another backhand, but does have a lot of support from his defense. But right now it's offense they need.
Jake Powell set to take the draw against Harley. Do we have a timeout here?
Just amuse.
Looks like it. I expect it's Marlton that's calling it.
Not yet.
I don't blame him. I mean, if you're signed and you're on the Marlton bench, what's the message to your squad here with 5:05 to go?
Push back, because they are definitely lacking on the forechecking department. Now they have been playing a better period. They have gotten better offense opportunities, but now they need to put it all together. And Steve Sion is very experienced to know what he has to do in this sort of situation.
And on the other side, I have to imagine if you're the Hawks and Mark Lesher, the message is, hey boys, just keep doing what you're doing because it's working, right?
Absolutely. It's been all Bellmawr this entire game. They've been locking down. They don't feel pressured at all. They're very confident. And honestly, I keep attacking. I'm not going to rest on a 2-0 score when you're facing a team like the Marlton Dawgz, last year's runner-up.
Definitely want to keep applying the pressure because, again, like I said, it's been working. And so the last thing you want to do is let your foot off the gas and open up that extra space. So business as usual and keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to find your way to an opening day W. Pat Weatherby has it behind the net, and that one just rolling off of his stick and forward to Jake Powell. That'll buy Rob Bastille. Bastille coming in hot at the blue line there against 2 Marlton players. Dawgz won that fight temporarily. Ooh, got tied up a little bit. Here come the Hawks in a 2-on-1 down low. On the delayed penalty. And they are going to call a slash. And I think this one is going to go against Marlton.
Trying to push through. Got tied up for a bit. They let it play on. But Rob Bastille once again gets tied up, and there's the slash. And not a good time for Marlton to take another penalty.
Jackson Miller coming over the top there. So we've got a 90-second power play here. So they will be with the man advantage until 3:03 unless they score here. So another big kill for the Dawgz, their second of the game. The Hawks would really love to add that insurance goal. Working that umbrella, fakes the shot, now takes the shot, that one blocked in front, but a good look by Jimmy Previto. Out in front of the wall there, Zimmerman. The Hawks have it again, controlled at the top by Myers. He's the quarterback of this power play, it seems. using that same position at the end of the second. Now 4 minutes left to go. And that one going just wide of Papagno. And that one up and out of play. Another 51 seconds left to go with man advantage.
And in case anyone is asking, yeah, power plays were 1 minute, but we had the feedback, but that's not enough time. So we decided to give them 90 seconds, which will give even more opportunity to score, which makes this even more painful for Marlton.
Definitely. Previto sends that one back for Myers as they play catch. Jimmy Previto has it again. You can hear the wind howling. There's a shot, they score! Alec Myers with a blast from the blue line, and it's another long distance blast. And it's 3-0.
And that marks my point on why power plays are even more critical this time around. Once again, from the point, it's Steve Zimmerman. That's the third time they've scored from that area.
Take a look at it right there, and yeah, just handcuffed him a little bit. Not sure if Michael Andes was screening, but Alec Myers with the blast from the point. That's at least his second point of the game. Not sure if he got that other goal or if there was a touch in front. But the quarterback on the power play makes the Dogs pay, and it's 3-0 with 3:20 to go here in the third period. Chasing down after this one hot is John Casper. Doesn't get to it in time, and Marlton works it back out. They gain the zone along the right-hand side. Fakes the one, takes a look. Sends it down to the left circle, and a shot! And I think that one went in. The Dogs are on the board.
I heard post. Let's see where that came from. I definitely heard metal. Let's see. Trying to push off one. And then attacking. Let's see if we can get a goal cam on that to give a better look. Let's see. And here it comes. Oh yeah, definitely.
I think that maybe glanced off of Jake Powell, not sure. But 3 minutes to go, we're back to a 2-goal game. Oh, and never mind. We're back to a 3-goal game. The Hawks do it again from outside. And it's 4-1.
Not one of his finest moments. It was just a throw on net, and I can't explain that one. Pat Weatherby's going to get this goal.
Number 10 for the Hawks, and yeah, and again, that blocker side. Maybe something that Papagno needs to work on, as they are exploiting it here, and it's 4-1. Another shot by the Dogs. Murata hangs on to that one with 2:36 to go.
That's really going to put a damper on the Dogs after having such a momentum shift on their way, just to give it right back up.
2.5 left to go. That one out of play. We'll restart. But the Hawks pretty handily in control of this one. 4-1, Bellmawr.
This is a microphone. This is the cord, the charge, you keep this
Dogs. And that one ends up going out of play.
This is the battery, and all this is just the cords for that, I guess. It's crazy. That taped out.
I wonder if the Dogs are going to be thinking about pulling Papagno, even though it's a 3-goal deficit. There's still time to get back in this.
Yeah, days go.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll keep an eye on it. But this one definitely, it's felt like it's been the Hawks' game from the beginning. Even when the Dogs finally solved Murata, they immediately had an answer for it. So, I don't know. This one, I feel like this one's pretty much in the bag for Bellmawr.
Yeah, it's very unlikely, but I mean, it's worth a shot. But this is really the Dogs' decision on what they want to do here, even though it's a 3-goal deficit.
There's no way it's in. No, it is.
2:04 to go. Bellmawr Hawks leading 4-1 over the Marlton Dawgz here on opening day in South Jersey. Stick with us, fans, because we've got 2 more games after this one, both with brand new teams. Excited to see the South Jersey Top Guns and the Mays Landing Mavericks in our second and third of this triple header. And don't forget to stay with us all season long. You can find us on Twitch and now on YouTube as well. So stick with MVP TV, your #1 source for the NBHL all season long on the road to the Milet Cup in September.
You guys got called lacking. Oh, Dom just hand in his pants, bro. Yeah, good move. You got called lacking, bro.
So as we get another draw here, it looks like the Dogs are not going to bother with pulling Papagno, which will give the Hawks the first win of the season and a very rough start to our Milet Cup runner-ups.
And what a huge statement win for Bellmawr too. Like I said, they're kind of the black sheep of this division. That it's so much emphasis is put on Marlton, so much emphasis is put on Lakeland. So I think this is huge, a huge confidence builder for the Hawks as they look to build even more, and that one goes wide. Ravito with a blast. I think this final minute ticking down here, this is clearly Bellmawr's game, and just a huge confidence builder for them as the Dogs go offside here in the final minute of play.
But this really exploits a weakness in the Dogs, and I'm not talking about their lineup. I'm talking about where the location of those shots were. Every single one of them came from the point. So all the teams in the New Jersey division are going to be watching this and says, maybe we should get our defense to step up on the offensive line.
No kidding. Long distance and blocker side. We're under a minute now, and it's all over but the shouting. Dogs not going to quit, though, and I respect that. They work that into the left-hand side, and that one goes wide. Glove down and settled. Here now with 30 seconds left to go. Works that one into the slot on the backhand, tries to turn. Didn't like what he saw, and that one shoveled into the corner, and they score! 4-2 with 22.5.
Luke Villano
gets one back.
Luke Villano will get the goal as they try to feed one in the slot, and then wide open left at a wide angle. But it's really not going to matter at this point, but it'll at least give them something to work on for the next game.
Great look at it from there. Nice pass. Goes all the way through bodies. Makes this one 4-2. Really makes that 4th goal sting that much more. They keep trying here. Final 10 seconds tick down. And they get one. Hang on. Hang on. 9.8 seconds. And they get 2 in a hurry.
I don't even know what to think anymore. They scored 2 goals at the last 30 seconds of the game. Where's this been all game?
It's wild. 9 seconds to go. And they are going to pull Papagno now. This is their one chance. Maybe I spoke too soon in handing this one to Bellmawr. Oh, and they're offside! Are you kidding me? Oh, what a heartbreaker.
Yeah, where is that? Watch the feet. Oh, yeah, he's definitely offside.
Yep, that's the right call. Final 2 seconds tick down, and that will do it. The Dogs managed to get a little bit of that back